All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Medalist,
Season 2, Episode 2. That's right,
right.
Inori.
Yeah.
Gold at the Olympics.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Honey.
She would make bold declarations
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. How do I get to the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
First,
okay.
let's figure out how to get to nationals, because only 5 of the skaters that are competing at this tournament are going to be able to get there. But hey, congratulations. Hikaru's
And
not
then
here.
winning national tournament is, a way to just fast track you into the Olympics, for sure.
Right.
But there's all kinds of timing things that go into play with that. So, just focus on this right here, because you've got to do not 1, not 2, but 3 pretty difficult moves that you've got, I would say, for the most part, pretty well down. But you need to do all 3 of them, and you probably need to do all 3 of them perfectly.
Well, and
in a routine that's going to make everyone else go, okay, she's deserving of the top 5.
Right. Because everybody else that's here,
They're going to be doing the exact same thing.
They're going to be doing the exact same thing.
You need to somehow stand out amongst people that are probably going to do all this stuff and make it look easy.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh wow.
Good luck, girl.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
So keep channeling that Super Saiyan energy and just go out there and skate your heart out.
Yeah, just affirm your way into the hearts of these other girls, because you know what?
That's right.
At the end of the day, making a bunch of really awesome figure skating friends also sounds like a really good time as well.
That does sound pretty great.
So, yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Wait.
Oh.
Tsukasa?
でもうちのリンナになんか様子名工でアシスタントコーチやってる秋浦司です。すみません。なんか泣いてたみたいだったので。泣いてんの
I wonder why.
Oh.
一番滑走か。
Yeah. Going first in the tournament like this has got to be rough.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, it's cold.
No, not yet. But you gotta hang in there. You want to see Inori perform, right?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh.
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, now all 3 of you are together. Yes.
Yes.
観戦は初めて僕はルールなしでも楽しいんですがルールは複雑なので子供に分かるように説明というのも見どころみたいなものってあったりするんですか芸術性は大きな楽しみの一つですがそれ以外だと賭けを見守る
Because each performance is kind of like gambling, because you're not sure.
普通の人にとってはツルツルというよりはヌルヌル絶対ということはない
Even the Olympics fall.
最大2回のコンビネーションジャンプと3回のスピン1回のステップシークエンスの計プログラムを構成し挑むのです
Wow. No, then they get scored on how well they did that.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Good luck, girl.
Oh. Okay.
ジャンプは全部で6種類得点が高い順にアクセル、ルッツ、フリップ、ループ、サルコー、トール点が高いジャンプは一般的に
Yeah.
可能性も高い
So you have to know which is worth it to do at certain times.
Right.
選手にとって一番難易度が高くて高得点を望める大技を持ってくるのが成功
Oh,
Makes
I didn't
sense.
know that.
Sure.
Whoa.
に高得点の期待が高まる涼しい顔をしながらも見ているコーチは心の中でガッツ
Yeah.
Nice.
一番滑走くらいでメソメソしてて意味わかんない一番滑走でがっつり高得点出せんのはお前くらいだろうよ
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's how much confidence he has in her.
Fuck.
Oh,
Ow.
shit. It's okay. It's okay.
You just have to get back up and...
Just keep going. God, this music is epic, though.
Yeah.
For a second, it sounded like Nier music in the beginning.
I was thinking that, too.
And now it feels like something out of Fate, you know?
Use your noble phantasm.
Yeah.
Be confident, girl. You got this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. And finish the step sequence. Nice. You could see that, like, stern seriousness in her performance. Like, she wasn't enjoying it as much. Oh. Whoa. Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh. Yeah.
And you executed it wonderfully. Yeah.
It moved me. The stoic, heavy
I could practically cry.
voice. Oh, beautiful. Oh.
Okay.
Jeez, that's the world we're in. Where 70 is probably like
All
good score, but not like
Yeah.
the best, you know. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
So that's a high score. Considering. Right, and so they will start mathematically planning out a routine adjustment that will make it so they can do that score.
Or at the very least hoping their execution is good enough to get up there. Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
musical chairs is a great way to describe it for a kid. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm watching the Olympics all over again, basically. Right. This generation.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, cool. Montaging through.
Oh, I thought they were going to show 4 performances at once.
In 2D.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell?
Probably because they're only showing a small amount of each performance, you know?
Yeah. All right, build speed.
You gotta bring your A game.
They're all setting up, right? It's about the jumps. They're going to show them all at once.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh.
Ow.
Yeah. Their hardest jump was done first.
Yep. The nerves get to you, and
Oh, yeah.
then you have to continue the routine. Reestablish that flow state.
Okay, so we're gonna see a couple people that aren't even gonna make the 70.
Right.
Yeah, come on, you love this. Oh. Oh.
And even though
You
we're
could
only
just-
seeing these 4, this would be happening for, 20 times more.
It's always so impressive to think about 3 minutes coalescing years of work.
Yeah. I imagine that it might be something where every single one of these 4, their dreams all end here.
Yeah. A bunch of 65s and 67s and...
Oh, sure, because messing up the hardest jump versus messing up the easier ones.
この子は連続ジャンプが単独になより難しい連続ジャンプを後半にすごい粘り強さです。演技の途中で変更するんですか？
Cool.
選手とコーチはそこまで想定します。
Right.
Okay.
それで司君も毎日あんなに遅く。
Well, 66? Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy how much doing something even 10,000 times doesn't prepare you for the weird, like things that screw up the formula. Oh
Yeah.
She gets it enough to realize the intensity and the emotion behind
to cheer for them,
just,
even
like,
if she doesn't know
someone
them.
making it to this stage. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good sugars, potassium.
神崎選手がいない大会、みんなが優勝を狙いに来ている。
Whoa. Dang. What?
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 近くにリンクのないハンデは大きい。
She looks like she's about to melt away.
Yeah.
次に行ける椅子は5個。5位の点数は牛川四葉ちゃんの 53.77。そんなんじゃ椅子は絶対守れない。1位の猿川凛奈ちゃんの得点 70.04。 まず笑顔。
This is me Dojima vibes from Persona 4.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting 3D. We're gonna see a massive performance here.
Yep. Whole thing.
Not as ambitious of a jump, I see. Now, an axle is a high-level jump, but... Right, she's revving herself up, so her performance is more about, like, getting herself psyched up through the music and...
Hitting all the, like, the easier things to...
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Oh, the math of it, yeah!
Okay. Good point, okay. So you aren't able to do that?
Yeah, you could enter like a... Whoa! Goes! Oh!
Okay. Oh! Ow!
Shit! Get up, get up. Get up, get up, get up. Ow!
Yeah, there's a reason that people don't try this strat.
Get out of your head, get out of your head, get out of your head. You were having
come
so
on.
much fun like 30 seconds ago. Oh.
That's right!
Yeah, smile, you got this.
Okay! Alright, way to go,
Simple
way to
double.
go! Oh shit.
Double.
Was that both of them or does she have one
No,
more?
this is
Okay.
it, this is it. Oh!
Okay! Ah!
Ah! Nice!
Alright! And with a
Wow.
confident smile.
Oh.
Way to go.
Oh man, she might knock someone out of 5th.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah.
careful. That's real. Yeah.
That is dangerous.
Don't do that.
Oh shit.
No way.
She did it. Alright, Inori, let's get a casual 75. 0.06 points between the previous first and second.
Okay, so something must have been weird about that one that was in 12th.
Yeah.
So it must have been like, we showed the score for one girl, and then another girl was in 12th, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That must be where we got confused there. You still got to feel pretty confident being in second at this point, but there's still like another third of the performers to go. Yeah, but being fifth and getting knocked out, like yeah.
誰よりも長く新一郎先生と氷の上に
おう
立ちました。名工ウィンドが最強だってことを証明するため。
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm taking the top 5, yeah.
この大会の金メダルを持って帰ります。
All right, yeah,
Okay. All right.
A lot of confidence coming
Yeah.
in here, but we're already seeing dreams dash to the ice.
Right. But that athlete ego of like, okay, yeah, dozens of people maybe have gone before me, but they haven't seen me yet.
Yeah. I mean, in some ways, yeah, we probably haven't seen anywhere close to what the top end of the score will be.
Oh, sure.
I'm guessing there's going to be some 80s.
Well, and the idea that Hikaru, on the one performance we saw from her, she got like 90.
Yeah.
So it's the, oh yeah, very good thing she isn't here.
Right, so, min-maxed scores can get absolutely nutty.
Right.
And yet, 70 is a... That's a
pretty
good
primo score, yeah.
That's a, you must be this tall to enter the ride.
Exactly, right.
And, like, you just gonna get, out performance just without even really knowing.
If that girl that got 69.9, like 8 or whatever, or 9.6, gets knocked out, that's gonna suck. Where it's like literally not even a tenth of a point behind.
Right. All right. Okay. We now see how tough and competitive this world is.
Yep.
And because they're being told you must have these 3 jumps in there, a lot of these girls are falling.
Right.
Because these are tough jumps that even if they've drilled them hundreds of times, actually
Anything can
landing
happen
them
on the
when
ice.
your nerves are on the fritz or
Yep.
when you've got a ton of people watching you, or that
Oh, yeah.
this specific execution of it needs to work. Because as we
Right.
know from before, you cannot attempt the same jump twice.
Right.
So you must land the big ones.
Yep.
The big ones are it. Now, obviously, you can still just do a double of one of those, or do a lesser version of
Sure.
the same jump, and that counts as being like you qualify
You made
to
the requirements,
you
yeah.
meet the bare minimum requirements. But we've seen now that if you want to win and if you want to take the top 5, you must land most likely at least one triple of any of those 3 jumps.
Well, and the idea also that you can get an extra 10% from the jumps that you do in the second half.
yeah,
Fun.
very fun.
Like that's the kind of thing that I want to learn, right?
I want to learn it too because
it's the strategy of how you build the performance that you're going for, not just how well you execute on it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's given that it goes into like such tiny little splices of points, right? The one girl who's behind by less than a tenth of one. That is absolutely the kind of thing that you have to game out, right?
So let's break it down. Actually, the old guy with our worm catcher guy from the rink is amazing for this. But the skaters will work to perform 2 combination jumps. Those are their highest scoring moves that they make.
Right.
Given that is the case, the follow-up stuff being 4 solo jumps and 3 spins, that's only 9 variables to work with.
Right.
Therefore, if we kind of divide it out, in that all 3 of those things have essentially probably some close to equal value, but because there's only 2 combination jumps, you can condense the value.
Each one of those is like maybe a sixth of the points that you're going to get.
Right. Comparatively to the...
of the whole performance.
Right, comparatively to the other stuff there. So if you have 72 points, and so one combination jump could be worth like around 12 to 15 points. An extra 10% on those is the difference of a whole point or 2 more.
Yeah.
Now, if we think about that, that's literally the difference right now between first and second place.
Yep.
Now, if you do that for multiple combination jumps,
because
that's like 3 to 4 point difference.
Because if you get a 10% boost on, a third of your score, right? Then that's effectively another 3.3%, right?
Now, if we assume that it's actually even more slanted towards the combination jumps, and the combination jumps are closer to 50% of the
And
score.
everything else is the supporting
The
stuff
supporting
that
50%,
you need in there. Yeah,
Right.
Uh-huh.
If we go down that route,
Then it gets even crazier.
It gets even crazier.
Yeah.
Where it's like each one of those is a bonus 3 or like 2.5 to 3 points. So then you get a bonus 5 to 6 points if you land the 2 combination jumps in the second half.
Which I love the idea of it because if you're doing a 3-minute performance, right? That's your routine. That's what you have to work with. Yes, while these skaters are making it look effortless, and I love that this episode made sure to showcase no, they're making mistakes, they're falling over, it's still incredible, right? Because, we see Hikaru do it flawlessly, and we're like, okay, of course.
The triple, the double,
right,
the triple looks into a double axle, or the triple axle into the double, Salco.
It's the whole idea of like, no, we need a regular human to be swimming alongside all the other swimmers so that you can see how good they are, even though they can't keep up with Michael Phelps, right? It's the... Right. She still fell over almost twice.
Yep.
And still our silver Olympic medalist is like, you were incredible. Right? And she had first place for a decent chunk of the tournament.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, awesome. Message received.
It's reminding me of the Shaq Sports thing where Shaquille O'Neal went and basically took, I think it was like 5 Olympic level female swimmers and him, and then basically had Michael Phelps compete against all 6 of them in a race.
Happened?
Yeah, that actually happened. And I think all 5 of them gave Shaq as much of a head start as they could, because Phelps was slowing down slowly but surely over time.
Yeah, right.
And then Shaq jumps in and tries to swim, and he's doing okay. But you see Michael Phelps suddenly feel like, he's like, better than any of the girls swimming for sure. But they're beating him on stamina because each of them jumps in with that little bit of extra jump, and he's doing everything underwater, going back and forth.
Wait, so it's each of 5 of them in sequence, not at the same time.
No. Each of them in sequence. So it's even better. This is how crazy it is that it's a relay race for them. Whereas for him, he's just doing the whole thing
by
himself. Right.
Jesus Christ.
And then at the very end, Jacques like trying.
Yeah.
And you suddenly realize how fast Michael Phelps is because he rapidly catches up and then rapidly comes back the other thing and just barely beats him by like half a second.
Yeah.
But it's the thing of where they had to like time out. Okay, how could we actually challenge Michael Phelps? Well, we need 5 different Olympic level, like god tier women swimmers,
right.
And then Shaq to anchor them, so that they don't just crush Michael Phelps, by working together.
Sure.
Yeah. That kind of comparison is good to see here because yes, Hikaru got over 90 points. You could end up in a situation where like she's throwing triple axles, which isn't even necessary for this competition.
Yeah.
It's flexing on everybody here.
Yep.
It's not just disheartening. It's the idea that like, well, yeah, fucking Hikaru just taking the top spot.
Jun saying
this isn't a top 5 sport. This is a top 4. Tournament,
exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Although it adds credence and weight to all those times that Jun's like, the fuck are you guys doing? Like, and what are you saying? No, you can't. Like, that's not how this works,
Like, in the recent Winter Olympics, the first ever world first quadruple axel was landed successfully in the Olympics.
Quadruple axel, not even a quadruple of one of the other ones? Jesus Christ.
And the guy that did it, I believe just obviously... he's a god. Yeah. He's a god. He's incredible.
Yeah.
I think he fell literally like later in the competition. Like had a horrific fall. Like
shit.
Like it was a bad fall. Like, and so he both like broke. I think this is the same guy. He broke the record, the world record, first ever.
Yeah.
Landed it in the Olympics specifically. Right. I don't know if one had been landed outside of it.
Sure. I could definitely see there being a thing where it's like, okay,
I did it. Were there cameras? Well,
you do it once, but you can't actually do it consistently to the point where you do it in your performance. Right.
Right. Yeah. Or the idea that you have the balls to put it on the docket and be like, it's there.
Yeah.
This isn't just I flexed it and my coach is pissed at me.
Right.
It's no, we planned this.
It's Babe Ruth, pointing
to the outfield.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I love also the fact that the old guy treats it like a gamble. and saying it like that because if you think about this from a game perspective psychologically, going first in a competition like this has literally zero value. Other than maybe the ice will be as clean as it's ever going to be.
Sure.
That's the only thing I could think of by going first. But really not as much.
But nerves and pressure is going to do so much more than...
Nerves and pressure, but also gaming the gamble. Because you will only gamble if you are in that position where it's do or die. You need to get to this many points.
Right. There could be people that come in and they're like, oh, I don't have enough points to do it. Okay.
I have to try something.
Yeah,
try something gutsy.
Right.
And it's you could lose, but also if you're going first, you're less likely to be as risky because you won't be the most risky performance.
Right.
And thus not have the highest score potential because you want to just
the
land in the top
energy
5.
is real.
The catch-up energy is real, but also the ability to game out and plan a performance that knocks at least one person out of the top 5 becomes more likely the later you get into the into the tournament. But yes, the later you go in the tournament, if they're not cleaning the ice as regularly because of time constraints or what have you, you could end up in a situation where you have these tiny little holes from the points where they like stick their picks into the ground to do the big twist jumps. Yeah. So I guess this is obviously a system that's been going for decades and decades.
Right.
But I am really excited to see how Inori adjusts her strategy and how she talks about it to herself while in the middle of the performance based on either mistakes that she makes or based on I would have done this in my performance, but in order to beat, a 65 or a 69 or a 70 even, I need to do this.
Well, and one of the things that I did like that they brought up is they do practice doing their routine in different ways. Probably mainly because, if they end up having a fall, right, they need to know how to recover from it.
Sure.
Because one of the things that I'm curious if they'll get into here is the idea that people could be like, okay, I don't think my routine will actually beat that person's score. The thing is, I've practiced this routine so hard, I can't actually change it. The changing it as I do is what I do because I have to, because a disaster already happened. But at this point, I just need to basically see where my training got me because,
I think that's
I've spent so much time figuring out this exact specific thing.
Yeah.
Trying to change it is actually a worse idea.
See, I think that's less of a thing because everyone here knows the meta. The coaches are studied enough on knowing what kind of score range is going to land you in the top. And so the idea that everyone's shooting for 75, approximately.
And then it's just
how well can you execute? And it's more the idea that they know statistically that around 3 people will reach 75. So if you hit 75 or something, then you're basically guaranteed.
Right. And so then it's the if you can execute on the routine flawlessly, you should be
right.
Yeah.
Right. But if say there's a bad turnout and a lot of people fail and the highest score is 70, for instance,
then they might be like,
okay, we can play a little bit safer here.
Go for something a bit more consistent.
Go for something a little bit more consistent here. That jump, we can take that off.
Right.
And all you need to do is land these 2, and you're basically
right. In. Or don't do those hard jumps at the back end. Do them in the front, and that'll be enough,
Sure. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that, again, going later gives you that benefit. But you can't know for sure until you start seeing the actual performances go off.
And even when you've been practicing something to a ridiculous degree, even slight changes can... You'd be surprised how much it can throw you off, right? Because your body remembers doing it a certain way. And so then suddenly you're needing to do it a different way. And, while the premise of training a lot of the times is do something over and over again so that way you can improvise when you need to, because, you've got the tools at your disposal.
Yeah. It's like a musician basically riffing on the guitar. You don't wonder where your fingers are going by looking down there when you're actually
the mind-body connection is so, tight.
Yeah. There's so many things that are all engaged in that moment for you to adjust to then going and playing a full scale down the frets of your guitar. So, Yeah, very, very fun. I like also that we gave the other characters enough time to shine here in the episode that was primarily an education episode, because it would be weird for Inori to be even remotely involved in a lot of that stuff.
Yep.
She's kind of aware of everything there, but having Yo and Koichi be our listeners for that,
was
for the
a very
audience
helpful
sake.
way for that to happen.
It's a very clever way to have that happen, but then also tying it into the emotion of, oh, I'll go and watch him when you're better, but not until then.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and then you can also teach me figure skating.
Stabbed right through the heart.
Just,
like,
okay,
like,
all right, well,
as far as a way
my
to get
guts
us
are on the ground.
emotionally invested in, like, yes, and this is why we need these characters to learn now. It's like, well, okay.
All right.
Now, I didn't need my heart today anyways.
Pardon me, y'all. I'm going to go die over here.
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay.
Okay, let's see how this competition continues.
Let's see how it continues. I'm really, really a fan of the different ways in which the coaches and performers have their ways of encouraging, but also being kind of like, you've got this. Stop it. You don't. Why are you being like? Why are you showing a lack of confidence here? You're incredible. You've got this.
Yep.
And so the idea that the twist we had of the girl who started
and is crying
here,
and all that, and we're like,
crying
oh no,
she fell.
Yeah.
And she's having like a lot of nervousness because
so
she
much
was
pressure.
the first performer there.
Right, and her parents aren't even able to get there in
And
time.
she's saying, if I wasn't going first, Mom and Tsukasa could have made it in time.
Yeah.
Who's Tsukasa? Is that someone related
I'm guessing
our boy Tsukasa?
No, I'm guessing it's like, a friend or something like that.
It is a pretty common name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is the kind of thing that makes me go, wait, was that just the reason as to why he stopped and listened for a second?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Okay.
This is Yeah, this is the reason for why we are basically able to show it to us, the audience, because, oh, hey, someone has the same name as Tsukasa, and so it gets his attention.
I also love seeing Shinichiro just being here in his, like, tall, like, stoic self.
Yeah.
And it's the, like, yes, our silver Olympic medalist teacher, coach, who's, overseeing an entire organization of many, many performers here, is also, like, going around and, making sure they're all doing well.
It moved me,
and so, of course, his coaching led to many of these girls actually, like, getting to this...
Getting to the top five.
Getting to this platform here. Or I would say getting into this tournament
sure.
at all.
Yeah, good point. Although that does gotta suck to be the person who was the previous number 5, and then you get knocked out.
And to be fair, I do like that it was very clearly sorry, 53 is not going to cut it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you're almost 10 points behind the person in 4th.
Yeah, there was actually something weird with Risukurumi. The subtitles that we had said that with a score of 62.43, she got
was in
12th place,
which
I assume that was just a really, really bad subtitling error. I don't know how you make that kind of mistake, especially at the point when there weren't even 12 people that had gone yet.
Yeah, so
So I don't know what that was about, but at the very least, I liked that they then showed us, so we had it confirmed. No, that was her reaching 4th place at that time.
Right.
And then Sana went later and took the 4th place spot. At that point,
the 3rd place
the
spot.
3rd place spot from her,
4th place.
and that's now 4th place because then Ushiwaka got knocked out.
But 69.98 against 70.04.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Like,
that's so real though.
Like, they always say that second is the person who feels the worst, and I know that she's not in second anymore, but like, goddamn.
Well, it also makes me wonder how digital a lot of these decisions are, because going into the decimals of the hundredths is something that feels
precise.
Not human. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that can be judged so decisively.
Right.
What
like
I'm guessing it is
any
is
level of qualitative,
I'm guessing is that it's an aggregate of a lot of decimals in the tenths.
Sure.
Like, or
and then
like
doing weird multiplication or something.
Well, no. The average of the judges' scores, meaning like if if a judge gives like a 0.25 or a point, 2. I just don't know how you get 0.8. I'm surprised that it's 0.8 rather than like 0.5 or 0.04. A lot of these decimals are something where I'm like,
Yeah, this makes me want to get into like look up the
I want to
rules for
see
figure
the
skating and
exact
scoring and
rules
all that, and
things,
be
yeah.
like, okay, how does this work? And you know,
Right. I could see there being some kind of, especially if this is just current modern day, there could be some way in which there's actual digital like scans of the performance happening in real time.
Like the difference between a fall versus a stumble, bad form, versus a stumble where you have to put a hand on the ground to stabilize yourself, right? You know, like, and all of that, like how long you're in contact, how quickly you get back up from your fall, you know.
Yeah, all those kinds of things feel like they wouldn't be decided quickly by humans. If they're being decided that quickly, it feels like digital stuff must be involved. And if they are being decided that quickly by humans, there must be some kind of like, okay, the fall lasted 3 seconds. Or the fall lasted 7 seconds.
3.27 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So maybe that literally subtracts from the score in the moment something that would make there be a decimal value that's not divisible by 5.
And can you imagine if it was something like the number of seconds that you're down on the ground is points taken away from your score? So, I don't know.
That would be wild.
0.06 seconds. If I had gotten up that much faster, you know, right? Like something like you'd be driving yourself crazy, and your coach would be like, no, stop thinking about that. Stop thinking about that. We're just gonna, you know, you did great, and we're gonna keep going.
Yep.
But
Incredible.
Oh boy.
But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.